Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, October 29, 2025. All right, S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow. I believe that not Dow, actually S&P 500 and Nasdaq reached new all-time high. We had tons of news and tons of good earnings today. We got a federal meeting. They dropped 25 basis. They had a rate cut, and they were kind of like indecisive for the December session, which I believe that that's kind of like just the news, and it's gonna fade it away potentially next week or so because they need to bring the rate down more and more again down the road. But I believe that Federal Reserve is kind of like in a tight situation right now. The job market is slowing down, as Jay Powell said today, and still inflation. They are kind of like a concern about the inflation, but I would say they will be careful. They will be careful more about the job market rather than inflation down the road, because I believe that the inflation is just staying there, but the job market is sharply declining right now. So uh, we got earning from Starbucks, we got earning from Microsoft, Google, and Meta. They had a fantastic earnings, and we will cover those ones as well. So market just overreacted to just indecisive decision for the Fed on a December session. However, nothing is fixed yet. Everyone is just speculating about the rate cut in December. So we will talk about that when December session comes. We will have 2 months right now. So S&P 500, we got a new all-time high, and also future market. We are kind of like getting back to the positive momentum. We are building up a consolidation here. Today, we just got a doji bar, but I would say still market can go higher just because earning was fantastic for big techies today. Nasdaq is the same. So Nasdaq went to a negative territory, then came back up and finally closed positive today. New closing all-time high, and future market right now, we are pretty close to new all-time high. We didn't get to today's high yet, but Nasdaq can reach out to today's high tomorrow as well. So we'll see how it goes. Dow hit a new all-time high today, came back down, closed negative, but after hours, you see that 218 points to the upside right now. And I believe that still it's kind of like forming a consolidation here for an next rally to the upside. Gold at the same time had a pretty wacky day. Gold went up, then came back down today. And I believe that still it can go lower. And we are kind of like getting close to this as 3837 and also 3600. So we'll see if gold is getting there. I'm gonna be buyer on that level. So we'll see how it goes. Silver at the same time at a positive day, then came back down just because, as I said, indecisive decision or indecisive verbiage for a December session bring the silver down as well. Future market right now, it is negative, and I believe that this is kind of like a choppy consolidation to the downside, potentially to this area, 41 to 44 for silver, and we'll see how it goes. Moving on to crude. Crude is the same. Crude just had a kind of like a pop today, just the doji bar. This is kind of like a 3 days back and then forming a pretty nice kind of like a setup for a next rally. So we will see if crude happens like this. This is going to be a reverse head and shoulder, and we're going to see it. This is going to be the neckline, and if we get back above this, that's going to be kind of like a positive momentum for crude. And keep an eye on 64 to 65 level. That's going to be very, very important level for crude. Moving on to individual names, let me bring up the chart of the Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin, we had a negative day going down, and future market again getting back to the upside. So what we'll see is still looking for Bitcoin to 96, 97,000. That would be the area looking for that one. Ethereum is the same. It's kind of like a forming choppy consolidation. We got downtick today. Get back up just after hours right now. Bond yield had a huge move to the upside just because of the, as I said, indecisive verbiage from Federal Reserve. At the same time, bond TLT getting back to the downside, slaughter to the downside, 91. I would say a TLT can have like a pop and drop here at this level. This is going to be another choppy consolidation period for TLT. I'm not sure if TLT gets back below 88. This is going to be very, very important for TLT. So TLT is forming another higher high, higher low. And right now we are kind of like in a consolidation or even kind of like a correction phase to the downside. Gives us potentially another buying opportunity. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Dixie. Dixie had a nice move to the upside today. After hours, just get back down. VIX just slightly getting popped today, but I would say tomorrow is going to be a very important session for the market just because we'll have Apple earning as well tomorrow and Amazon as well. So that's going to be another big hit for the market. Apple just getting back to the upside today, new all-time high, and also after hours, it's just a close right there. Amazon just had a positive momentum today, but getting back to the downside intraday session, I'm gonna just go to my max 7 here just because those are very important indicators for me, especially it shows after hours here. So you see that here is Google. Google had a very nice move to the upside, especially after hours. Google hit a new all-time high. You see that Google right now it's trading around 293, and this is a parabolic move. Google had a fantastic earning today. We got Meta here. Meta had a great earning as well, but slammed down sharply just because they were kind of like cutting their expectation for the next quarter, and people just looking for some kind of like a negative news to give market excuse for the correction. Meta is in kind of like a big shape just because the volume was huge. At the same time, Microsoft was pretty interesting. Microsoft slammed down as well, but I would say Microsoft earning was pretty good. And here is kind of like a double top formation for Microsoft. We'll see if we get below this area, which is going to be 480, then it's going to go down because that's going to be a classical double top here. Right now, RSI and also uh, I would say yes, here is stochastic as well. It shows like a divergence. MACD doesn't show anything, so we'll see how it goes. Moving on to we cover Microsoft, we cover Google as well. So Netflix goes down today, just a choppy consolidation. I'm just looking for $1,000 area. Tesla going high, then get back down intraday session, close day, kind of like a flat. Semiconductor index hit the all-time high. NVDA just sparking higher today, and this is a pivotal point. This is very, very important, critical pivot for semiconductors. As long as it is above 325, we should just give semis benefit of doubt for the rally. Stocks the same pattern, new all-time high for stocks. Nvidia just sharply moving up 210, then getting back down 207 right now. It's just a forming a kind of like abandoned baby. We will see tomorrow if we get a gap down. That's going to be a bad kind of like a signal for Nvidia, but not sure if that happens. AMD just forming a doji bar here. Well, we'll see how it goes with AMD. Taiwan Semiconductor at 305. Um, this is kind of like, again, another gap up, but didn't have enough momentum. Texas Instrument going down. It's kind of like a going to this level that I really like it. So we will see. Potentially, I'm going to just looking for a long position for Texas here. This has a nice corrective move to the downside, and I believe that it can go higher or form the bottom. Lam Research hit the all-time high, $160 Lam Research. And here is the financials. XLF forming a sharp sell-off to the downside. If we take out 51, then 48 to 50 is coming down the road. KBE, the same pattern here. It's forming another H pattern to the downside. KRE, the same pattern here. You see that? Keep an eye on 57.66. JP Morgan is just for rejecting a 306, 307 and getting back to positive territory. But I would say this is very, very shaky. There are lots of sellers here at this level area. See that Goldman Sachs here, the same here. And the Bank of America, which kind of like is showing a reversal to the downside. It was not that huge, just less than 1% to the downside. GDX, just a gap up today, but going down, just positive barely today, 7.7%. And GDXJ, the same pattern here, just going up. and then sharply down, barely negative today close. AEM the same here, barely negative, flat negative, and Newmont just a barely positive today. XLE, which is energy spider, going up today, forming a pretty nice consolidation. Let's see if it tackles another time to 89.90. And if it goes above 89.90, that would be a great kind of like a confirmation for a breakout. So keep an eye on this one. Exxon, the same here. We are kind of like tackling this 117. And if it gets above this, then 122, 123 is coming down the road. Chevron here, 155, just going higher. So we'll see how it goes with these energy names. I believe that energy market is poised for another rally to the upside, potentially 2026. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. Hope you like this video. Please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart.